Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Ashy Shores, aka Ashy, and today we are talking about the newest news about Dragon Age the Veilguard. They have just announced the new roadmap and a trailer, so we're going to talk about all that stuff in this video. Let's get into it. If this is the type of content you would like to see, Dragon Age news or bioware, you are in the right place. So like and subscribe to see more. Let's jump into it. So we're going to talk about the first tweet that they posted. I was actually here when that posted, like a minute after they posted it. So let's talk about that one. It says, the release date for Dragon Age the Veilguard will be revealed tomorrow. We're excited to share this moment with our fans with a release date trailer. And in coming weeks, we'll also have high-level warrior combat gameplay, Companions Week, and more. And then they show an image. The first image says on August 15th, which is tomorrow, is the release date trailer and announcement. They also have on August 19th high level combat and plus PC spotlight. I'm guessing that means either PC, the computer, or your character. I'm gonna hope it's your character. August 26th, they're going to have Companions Week. That is the entire week from the 26th of that week. That's going to be all Companions Week. Then they're going to have on August 30th a developer Discord Q&A. And then on September 3rd, we have IGN's first month-long exclusive coverage begins. So I am wondering what's going on during then. And then it says September, it's a mystery sign, and it just says much more to come in September and beyond. So I'm wondering if we're actually going to get it in October, or we're gonna just, you know, get it later on, not in November like I thought. But this is the image. They also came out with some more images, and I'm going to talk about those. In the first image they released, they show off a new male rook, and this one, it says, let's take a closer look at some of those images featured in the roadmap. In Dragon Age the Veilguard, you can create rook to your liking. And this first example is the one you'll see in tomorrow's release date trailer. Next image is from another tweet that says, another example of rook. This warrior elf will lead our high level combat video next week. Get ready for a serious show of power. Both of these rooks were made using our creator character. What kind of rook will you make? I'm super excited because she looks gorgeous. Like, this hair looks gorgeous. Also, hello, they're showing Davrin in the background, and let me just talk about how good he looks in this. Like, skin color, the way that it just looks, it's just so nice. It kind of looks like Dragon Age Origins to me if it looked good. We know Dragon Age Origins is dated, but this looks really good. Like, it even has the gradient like kind of thing that they had, not gradient, texture, like the texture that they put over video games. This looks like it has the texture of Dragon Age Origins, and I love it. It looks so good. Next image they posted was onto our companions in Veilguard. This is Davrin, a Grey Warden, and guardian to Asan, his griffin. And they show a picture of Davrin, and this looks really nice. I really like the way that his armor looks and stuff like that in this, and the literal like cloth look, it's just really nice. Next they show off a really pretty image of Neve. Next is Neve, a detective and a capable ice mage that works for the Shadow Dragons in Mendrathis. I really like this image because she looks really nice. I also like the color like glowing on her face. It looks really nice, and her hair is so pretty. Finally, we have Tash, a Qunari dragon hunter raised in Ravan and currently a member of the Lords of Fortune. I'm gonna guess she's Tal Vashoff because that just makes more sense. I'm just gonna guess that. It just sounds better. I hope so, because the whole thing with Ironbuild just didn't work really well in Dragon Age Inquisition. So I'm really hoping that she's Tal Vashoff, because that makes more sense. And now I'm going to talk about the way that she looks. I'm personally not a fan with the way she looks in this image. The reason why, she's really blue colored, and it's just weird. I think that, and I said this about the other image in one of my earlier videos, that one of the images when she's leaning on her arm with all the other companions, she looks super blue, and it does not look normal, because so far in Inquisition and Dragon Age 2, they looked gray. I won't count Origins because everyone looked like Sten, so it just looks weird. I also don't like the way that she kind of looks. She kind of looks like they based her more off of the male Qunari than the female Qunari, because the female Qunari were supposed to have like these really sucked in cheekbones. Like, you can even look at the concept art. I'll put it up on the screen. They have like really sucked in cheekbones, yet they look like they have like really feminine faces, where the male ones, they literally have like an outward forehead, and then they're like their horns go back, and that's what they look like they tried to do with this with Tash, and it doesn't look really nice for Tash. I don't think it works, and I think the problem that I have is that we get different images of Tash every single time, and she looks completely different. Like, I can flash all these pictures on this screen. She looks completely different. My favorite version of her was the one with Rook and Neve. Like, that one looks like Iquinari from, like, Dragon Age Inquisition done really well. Like, Inquisition had some problems with making Iquinari, and I think they did not look that good unless you had mods. And I think overall the game just needed mods to make it look a lot better. But the Quinari really needed it because the hair didn't work, and a lot of times it just looked weird. And then when you modded it, it made it look better. Like, there were hairstyles that looks like Tash's hair with mods. And so I feel like they based that one with Rook in that one look more like the ones that from Inquisition. And I thought that looked really nice. It looked really nice. But every version else of Tash so far that they showed, other than, you know, her card that they released, those two, the Rook one and the card that they released of her, they look fine. I think they look fine. I like the way that Tash looks in those. But every other image, she just looks kind of weird, and like when she looks cartoony with all the other companions, and then the other images, she just looks kind of out of place in those images, and I just don't really like them. I feel like this one is supposed to look really realistic, like, because you can see all the hair and stuff like that, strings, and it's supposed to look really nice. But I think my issue with this image is that she has a lot of features I did not expect her to have because of all of the other images. I think, in my personal opinion, she doesn't look nice in this image. And everyone else I showed, I was like, am I the only one who thinks this? I showed a bunch of other people, and they were like, yeah, they don't like the way that she looks either. They're like, oh, yeah, they should have leaned more towards Inquisition. So far, that's all that they showed off so far, and I'm just gonna cut this up and talk about the trailer tomorrow and have this in both tomorrow so I can have both videos together, and then I can just upload this. But yeah, so far this is what they showed off, and I will say this once again, I personally think that this game looks really nice so far. Like, I think the male Rook that they showed off kind of looks like Caden. So they're gonna be showing off the trailer at 12 o'clock EST and then 9 a.m. EST. So I'm going to probably just watch it for like 30 minutes, write down some stuff, and then talk about it, and then upload the video as soon as possible. Right now I'm trying to upload my last video, but it is taking years to upload for some reason. So I'm gonna go jump into editing this part, and then tomorrow I'll edit the next part, and I'll try to get this up by tomorrow after the trailer. So see you next time. All right, so they just released the trailer, so we're going to talk about that. Let's jump into it. Let's go. The trailer starts off with a grayed out area that looks like the ritual site that Solus was at. It also shows Solus ridiculing Rook for butchering his ritual. It also sounds like Morgan is narrating this trailer, which she is, so she's back. That's super cool. We also saw a burning city, and I'm guessing one of the elven gods. It looks like she's made out of tentacles, which is super gross, but it reminds me of the concept of what they said they were originally going to have as the archdemon in Dragon Age Origins. So I wonder if this is like a nod to that. They also show someone wrapped up in tentacles, and for some reason, I don't know who this is. He looks a little tan. He also looks like he has buns, which for some reason I think of Felosan from the Masked Empire, but who knows. They also show Rook being blown back in a dragon. The dragon looks amazing. I'm really glad that they stuck with the designs from Dragon Age Inquisition, because those were the best. They also show off the clothes that they wear in the lighthouse, which is really nice. I really like that they're showing off the companions with Rook. It also seems like Neve is going to be showing Rook who they could recruit and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Age 2, where you have to go look for people for your mission. They also show off the Alluvian. I'm guessing that's Solus's Alluvian, spoiler alert. They also show off Davern, which he looks great. Oh my gosh. And the little rabbit, which is so cute. Asan looks adorable. They also show off Lucanus, and they show off his voice work a little bit. I wish he talked a little bit more. They also show off the fighting. I will say this fighting looks a little stiff. I do wish it looked a little bit better, but they show off his angel wings that he has. which I'm pretty sure it's believed that he has like magic, like he's more close to magic or whatever. They also show up Bellar using some kind of crystal, and they show up this area that's underground. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if anyone's seen this game before, but Immortals of Avium. It's a game from EA, or well, published by EA, and a lot of these areas do look like it, and that's why I'm like, that's super cool. They also show off the Darkspawn, which I'm gonna say, the Darkspawn look like they're the husks from Mass Effect, and that's not technically a good thing because it does kind of make it seem like they're reusing the way that they look, and I'm not the biggest fan of how the husks look, so making the Darkspawn now look like that, and I know it's just like the ghoul grunt-like ones, but still, meh, I don't like how they look. Harding also shows off that she has new powers, which is super cool. She's also questioning what's going on with her. It looks like they're in Navarra, where they have like all the skeletons and stuff like that, which I actually thought it was Navarra when I originally was making videos talking about this. They also show off Emmerich, and they show off that he looks much better in this than the actual pictures that they were showing off, because he looked very cartoony and like harsh with the lines and stuff like that. He doesn't look that bad in this one. And also they show a little bit of voice work, and they show up a huge skeleton, so that's really cool. They also show off Tash. I don't really like what they did with Tash. They didn't show her off basically at all. They showed so much of like the other characters. They show off Lucanus a lot, they show off Emmerich a lot, they show off all the other ones, but they did not show off Tash. And it's so disappointing because after the picture that they showed, I really wanted to see what she looked like in game. She looks like she's not as weirdly realistic in this trailer, but it's just disappointing. They show off some more areas and the dragons and things like that, which is super cool. And then they show off a little bit of romance between Rook and Neve, which is not surprising because in the Game Informer articles they kept talking about it. So then we get to the part that matters the most. Morgan turns from a crow into her normal self. In her clothes, it literally looks like Morgan's normal clothes, like except she's not wearing the weird droopy like shirt. Instead, she's wearing like this bra with another part in it. It looks so nice. This is her new outfit, and it's so good. I love that they kept the necklace that she had, the iconic necklace. They added in the headdress that her and her sister wears. This is super nice, and it's really stunning. I actually really think that this was so cool. And when I heard her voice in the trailer earlier, I was like, is Morgan gonna make an appearance like they did in Inquisition? That's so cool. They show off her using magic. They're also saying that it's coming out this October, showing off the fight. They're also showing off Lucanus fighting a mage, and they show off Manfred. He looks hilarious and well animated. Then they show off these monsters, and these monsters, by the way, one of these dragons is the blue one. It literally looks like one of those tracker robots from Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if anyone else sees it, but it's like the one with the really big camera in the front of their face. I can't remember what it's called. I call it a tracker, but I don't remember what it's called. It's just one of those robots that you fight all the time. They also show Neve fighting with somebody, and then they show him with Rook with Davrin, and then they show more fighting, which looks like finishers and stuff like that, and then Rook trying to grab this crystal and some more dragons, which it looks like the Dreadwolf is fighting the dragon, and that's making me wonder if you're going to end up having to have him join sides with you. And everyone has been joking about this for the last few years, that they were going to have a fight, and freaking Solus turns into the Dreadwolf and has to fight. That seems like it's happening. Now, also, they're showing the other creatures that's in here, and they're showing off these dragons and other monsters, and I'm wondering if all of the elven gods are back, and it's not just the two that they showed off, because it also seems like they're showing off the other ones, which one of them is a huge monster that looks like the concept art that they showed off in the BioWare 25 years thing, which is super cool. And like I said, it looks like they're showing off one of them looks like the concept of the original Archdemon, which is super cool. So I'm wondering if all of this is going to just go back to a lot of the stuff that they did. But the dragons in this, and the monsters, and the really large tentacles and stuff like that, and this large creature coming out of there, and they're showing off the sentinels and her using magic. Also get to see Ireland, who is from the Missing comics, and also one of the characters that they keep mentioning that's returning. So that's really cool. And I'm just hyped. This looks super cool. I love how the dragons look and how they look corrupted. And it's coming out October 31st. That's just so cool. And you get, if you pre-order the game, you get the Blood Dragon Emerald, which I'm pretty sure was not in Dragon Age Inquisition, which is nuts that they brought it back. So that is super cool. Now we're just gonna go quickly through this. Yeah, that was really cool. I knew that they were gonna come out with on October, because I even said in my last video that I feel like they leaked it, like Dark Horse leaked it. They absolutely did. And I said that, you know, sometimes they say that they did not leak it, and then they're like, we didn't have the date, okay guys, just saying. And then it did turn out to be a day before the game actually comes out, which I called it. I knew it. I knew it had to be something, but I also said October 29th because I thought it was going to come out a day before, because just in case they didn't want spoilers to come out with from the book. But no, they're still doing it a day before, so that's strange, but going on. They also leaked, apparently the date, it leaked on like something, I don't remember what it was. I think it's in Steam or something like that, but I don't know if exactly. Wario64 tweeted it, and I was like, I knew it. It was coming out in October, but there you go. It's not far from here. Now we're going to quickly go on to pre-orders and things like that. I got a comment yesterday talking about this, so I'm going to talk about it really quick. So let's have a chat. BioWare released a blog post talking about the trailer and pre-orders, and I'm going to list them down and put up some pictures for you of them. They have a standard edition that's on PC for $59, and they have one for console for $69, the standard edition. Those are obviously, one's physical and one's digital, and obviously I like to buy my games physically because these people like to take my games away without telling me, okay? So I usually like to get physical games when I buy stuff, so it sucks that it's $70 to buy the physical version, and then it's only $60 to buy that one. I will give them this. I'm fine. I'm glad that they do sell it for cheaper than they sell anything else. Like other games are all $60 on all platforms, so I will appreciate EA for not charging an arm and a leg for that. They also have a digital deluxe edition that comes with 3 Rook armor sets, only cosmetics, another weapons, that's all 6 cosmetical weapons. I don't know what to say. 7 armor sets, that's cosmetic only, and 7 weapons for the companions that are cosmetic only. That is on console $89 and $79 on PC, which is still crazy how much it costs. It's not as bad as Sega though with their $100 ones, okay, but it's still bad. Now they also have pre-order bonuses for all of them, that you do get the Blood Dragon armor no matter who it is, but it's only cosmetic only. I'm pretty sure because they have the transmog system that it's only cosmetic only, so it doesn't really change much. They also have a physical versions, and that's Rook's Coffer edition. I'm sorry, but I'm reading it as coffee, so coffer. It comes with the Illyrium dagger, the Thetis map, and quiver tube. It also comes with Rook's deck, which is like, I think it's the tarot cards or whatever, and they have a potion flask, enchanted die. I don't know what that is, but it's $150. It does not come with the game, by the way. It does not. Game is not included. They also have that it comes with a bioware pack. I don't know what that is. A exclusive steelbook with no kit, it's a case but no game, and they have icon art, metal print, and magnet mounts and notebook, and the collector's rigid outer box. Like I said, that's $150. There's no way I'm going to ever spend that much on a not game box. I'm gonna mention Baldur's Gate 3, and I know everyone's like, stop bringing that up with Dragon Age, but I'm gonna be honest with you. They released a physical version for Baldur's Gate 3 that's like $80 or something like that, and it comes with stuff that's like a collector's edition, by the way. That stuff is all of that for like $200. I think the one that comes with a game is like $219, and one without it is $150. So that's a lot of money, and I will say this, I will never spend that on that. I don't make money like other people, so I cannot make enough to be buying that and thinking that it's worth the money. I know some people are going to probably either get it for free and, you know, hype it up, being like, I got this and stuff like that, and they're going to be doing unboxes and stuff like that and talking about how they got it for free. Good for them. I will probably never get this for free, so this is expensive. Also, there's people who are gonna buy this, and I have nothing against you buying it, but you obviously have money to spend on that. That's fine. People get collector's editions all the time. I can't afford them, so I'm gonna say this. I'm freaking poor, so it sucks that this is expensive, and I wanted the dagger so badly. And I really wish that they would sell the dagger by itself, because I would spend like $40 on there and get like a discount on their website and buy it. This is way too much. I'm not buying that. Now I'm going to quickly talk about, should you pre-order the game? No. Why I'm saying not to pre-order the game? Because we haven't seen the actual gameplay yet. We've only seen trailers. And last time they did that with Andromeda, we kind of got only trailers and we didn't get the game. So I'm going to talk about that. You should just wait until after the gameplay. Wait until after the companion week and see how, if they show any more trailers about the companions, maybe they'll show how they're written and how they act. And then you can buy the game. You know, for other people who don't like the gameplay and stuff like that, you should wait until you see the if you're afraid of how the companions will react, wait until the companion week, maybe wait until like September, mid-September, end of September, to see how you feel about it before paying for it. Because once again, pre-orders don't always go well, and for someone who is making this as my content on my channel, I would likely pre-order it. But I'm gonna still wait, because even though I do want to make videos on my channel and even, talk about this on my channel and do a bunch of stuff with it, I do want to wait because this is money that I have to spend on it, whereas other people, they might get it for free. Like, other YouTubers may get it for free and they will talk about it and things like that. And once again, once you get free stuff, it's easier to basically shoulder it, whereas I am a person that has to work for my money, so I'm waiting. Like this, I just say wait and just give it some time. I know it's exciting, I know it's crazy, but nothing's gonna change if you buy it on the day it comes out, You can just go to the store, pick it up, or just wait a few days to get it shipped in the mail and just stuff like that. If you feel like everyone's talking about the reviews are good and things like that, if you're that, you're worried about your money. I think that's what we should all do. No one should be shamed for not pre-ordering. And I think it's fine to pre-order a game if you are absolutely sure you're gonna like it. I don't pre-order games. The only game I've ever pre-ordered was Mass Effect the Legendary Edition, because I waited until like the last day and everyone's reviews came out. They were like, it's great, so I pre-ordered it. I will say this, I would say I'm gonna wait, and I think a lot of people should wait. I know people are gonna be hyping this up. Pause. This is your money we're talking about. This is a corporate company that was really willing to literally knock off a bunch of people who actually made the games. These are not you paying the devs. These are you paying the actual company who funded the game for these developers. That's why I'm like, just hold off. You can wait and make sure you do it, because it's better never to waste your money, because in the ending, your pockets were waste. And also, they will take your pre-order number, like the numbers of how many people pre-ordered. Even if you cancel it sometimes, they'll still use your number of how many people pre-ordered and try to use that as marketing. So pause. Now, I will say this. I will be talking more about this game, so we'll get more into pre-orders and stuff like that. Is it worth it and things like that. But I do want to mention something. I'm going to quickly talk about the specs of the game. The specs for the minimum requirement is an Intel Core i5 8400 and a AMD Ryzen 3 3300X. You need 16 gigabyte of memory, a NVIDIA GTX 970/1650. You also need a AMD Ryzen R9 290X if you're going to use it. Either of those will work, and 100 gigabyte available space. Recommended is a Intel Core i9 9900K, an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, and 16 gigabytes of memory. And lastly, you need a NVIDIA 2070/AMD Ryzen RX 57,000 XT, which is really good. That means I can play it on PC. And this tweet came from the person that I keep saying Hungary, but I don't think that's how it's pronounced. But they posted this. I'll be putting this in the description, their thing from EA website and this tweet. So also 100 gigabytes is huge for a linear game, but if that means that everyone can play it with these like lower graphic cards and processors, this is actually really good. So I'll talk more about it when they actually release the PC thing that's coming out on the 19th. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the art books real quick. They are going to have multiple art books. They do not come with the games. I'm going to flash them on the screen. They have a deluxe edition that's $99. They have a BioWare Gear edition that just includes a print and BioWare Gear edition alternative cover, and that it's while supplies last, and it's $55. And then they have the original version that I showed off in the other video, and that's $49.99. So those are the books that you can pick up, and that's it. That was a lot, okay, to talk about. The trailer was really good in my personal opinion. I will talk more about that later on. I don't want to go being like shilling this, but this was really good. This was a really nice trailer. I will talk more about this when we show more gameplay and things like that. Like my overall opinion, is it worth? Because in the end, we're still early out there. Like we still got 2 months until the game comes out. So let's just wait on that before we start making full judgmental opinions, because I want to wait and be like, I don't want to be like, I'm gonna buy this game, and then in the ending I'm like, will I buy this game after some things? So far, the marketing is decent. It's not too bad. And for some people, it's terrible. But for me, it's not the worst thing. I do think that they should have more communication. That's personally to me. But I think it's pretty good so far. So we'll keep going. But how do you guys feel about the trailer? Was it good? Was it bad? Did you guys like it? Tell me down below and we can have a conversation about that. But you know, I'll be in the comments and I'll see you in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.